Okay, so now that we know that there's really two types of variables, we have the qualitative and the quantitative types. The qualitative, if we want to do a graphical representation of a qualitative, the graphical representations that you mostly will see of qualitative data are bar graphs or pie charts. And you know that those can come in all different types of scenarios. You can make them all different colors. They typically look good. And the key with the graphical representation of a bar graph, let's look at a bar graph. So if we have again, that example using the marbles, and we have, I don't know, blue, red, and green. And we have that there's 5 blue, 2 red, and 6 green. Well, the bar chart will actually be set up in such a way that over here on the y-axis, that will be the, sorry, my screen is not working here, the number in each category. So the y-axis is numerical, but it's not, and it counts in an orderly fashion, so that if you have 1, if that's 1, and this is, sorry, I'm on the edge of my screen, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say it goes up to 6, and then here, down here, we have the actual, this axis is the categories. So here we have blue, and here we have red, and here we have green. Well, then the bar chart would be there's, I don't know, 5 blues, how many reds? There's 2 reds, and greens there was up at 6. So that's a typical bar chart. You can, you know, make them fatter, and you could color that one blue. It doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, there's only 2 there. I don't know how to get my eraser right now, but so then it goes 2, and then it goes to green here. So you could fatten up the bars if you want. You could represent it in a pie chart, right? Typically, if there's a total of, right, 5 plus 2 plus 6 is 13, you would say, okay, well, there's just a little amount of red, and then more blue, and the most is green. Just make a note here, that is an absolutely horrible pie chart. And it's much better if you use computers. You get my picture, though, in that we really only have 2 kinds, and the axes are labeled in such a way that we have categories and the quantities. Well, quantitative, they have many more kinds of graphical representations. Some require more computational means, and some don't. Some of the graphical representations of quantitative variables is you could have a dot plot. It's not very exciting, but you can have a dot plot. You can have a stem and leaf. Those are pretty exciting. And you could have kind of the big one, which is a histogram. And histograms can also be dubbed what we call frequency distributions. And frequency distributions, what they do is they outline how many are in each category. So it takes a quantitative and sort of looks at it from a qualitative perspective. We like histograms a lot. We will use them a lot in this class. We'll create them. The other, kind of the fourth one that we'll use is what we call a box whiskers plot. But box whiskers plots, it requires the computational descriptive statistics. So we're going to do the box whiskers later, and we'll start here with the histogram. What I want to do is, in the next lecture, actually create a frequency distribution or a histogram.